I mean, I have doubts about the Celtics, and I saw them on, I believe it was Friday night. They were in Detroit, and I ran into Brian Scalabrine, and we were talking, and he was like, "Dude," and I was explaining why I was just having doubts, and
I'm interested to hear this.
Scal just looked at me and said, "Dude, you're just trying to find something." I had to sit with that and think about that for a quick second. You know what I mean? Like, am I really just trying to make this a more competitive Eastern Conference than it needs to be? You know what I mean? Are the Celtics just that good? I think the record blows me away. I think the net rating blows me away. But I also look at they don't have a Giannis. They don't have that 1 or 2-way force that can just screw everything up. So and the Miami Heat are their playoff boogeyman, even though they beat the Heat 3 times this year. And I don't know if they play them another time, but yeah, it's just
the
Heat
ain't good
weird
for that
thing.
stuff back-to-back years, though. That's the problem with the Heat. The thing with the Celtics that's scary is because they are so reliable on a volatile factor, and that is shooting the 3-pointer. Like you're going to be concerned. I want to see Drew Holiday play basketball again. I'm a little bit concerned about that. I'm concerned about the fact that Kristaps Porzingis, who is such a major factor for their diversity on both ends of the floor, you're relying on a player who just rarely gets through the spring in one piece. It's good that Kristaps is at least playing, but this is not this is not a deep team.
Right.
When everyone's healthy, they are playoff deep enough. They have 8 guys that they know are going to play and that have been playing well and fit the ideal of how they want to play, which is they're going to beat you from 3. Like, simple as that. They invite you to take threes, and they're like, well, we're going to make more threes than you. Good luck. You're not getting anything else. You're not getting free throws. You're not getting anything at the rim. And that's where Porzingis comes in. That's where Drew Holiday comes in, right? They have guys who are going to defend, and they have the size there. Their worst 3-point shooters are their best players, right. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Right.
And that's what makes them interesting. It's that they're not a complicated team, Vinny. Like, people who don't like the Celtics, they always try and come at Joe Mazzulla basically and say, there's nothing complicated about what you're doing. And you know what? That's true. Like, the Celtics are a bit of an experiment. They are basically going out and saying, our best players are pull-up 3-point shooters. You overreact to them. We have guys to make you pay all around. You overreact with your switching, and we have a big guy now in Porzingis who will crush you. And basically, if you think you're a paint team, we're going to be better than you there. And if you think you're a 3-point shooting team, we're going to beat you in that numbers game. They're an experiment. Every Celtics loss is basically in clutch time.
Yep.
Every game. Yep. And that's where the concern is. When the game slows down, when the attention to detail of the threes comes in, how good are the Celtics? They are going to struggle in the playoffs. There's going to be some stressful playoff series for the Celtics. I'm not saying that they're going to lose. I'm just saying I think the Celtics know that the playoffs are going to be way harder than, the world beaters that they've been, especially since the All-Star break.
I think, and we're going to break here before we start really going deep on the Clippers. I think I look at the Celtics as a team. If I think of them as an NFL team that plays in a dome, you know what I mean? You play in a dome, You throw the ball all around. They're like not quite the Miami Dolphins. You know what I mean? Not quite the Dolphins this year.
They're Peyton's Colts before they figured it out.
Yes. That they're like the RCA Colts. when they played in the dome and they were throwing it around to Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison and all that, man, then you put Peyton Manning in that noodle arm in the cold, baby, we had some problems. Yep. Are you going to be able, with increased physicality on the perimeter, be able to take those threes in volume? It does a lot to take 40 threes a night, win or lose, especially in a playoff setting where the refs are going to let some physicality go. Like, I know we saw a 150-145 game last night. That's not going to be the rule in the playoffs. But